In the early 1900s, there was a place where Black Americans owned the banks, ran the businesses, governed the town, and built something remarkable. It was called Boley, Oklahoma, and it was the largest predominantly black town in the entire United States. But history almost forgot it ever existed. Let me take you back to 1903. Creek Nation, Indian Territory. A railroad line, and an opportunity. 3 men, Lake Moore, a white attorney, John Boley, a railroad manager, and Thomas M. Haynes, a black entrepreneur from Texas, came together with James Barnett, a Creek freedman, to purchase 160 acres on Barnett's daughter Abigail's land. On September 26, 1903, Boley officially opened for settlement. Within days, hundreds of black Americans started arriving. Sharecroppers tired of the South, entrepreneurs seeking freedom, families searching for a place where they could own something. The growth was explosive. By 1911, just 8 years later, Boley's population had exploded to over 4,000 people. And what they built was nothing short of a black economic miracle. According to historical records, Boley had 2 banks, 4 cotton gins, a telephone company, a power plant, 2 colleges, a tuberculosis hospital, the state training school for Negro boys. There were grocery stores, hotels, restaurants, drugstores, jewelry shops, and department stores, all black-owned, all thriving, all controlled by the people who lived there. This wasn't just a town. This was proof of concept. This was black self-governance in action. In 1905, someone very important came to visit. Booker T. Washington, the founder of the Tuskegee Institute, the man who traveled the world. He toured Boley and was so impressed that he proclaimed it, according to historical records, the most enterprising and in many ways the most interesting of the Negro towns in the United States. But there's a quote from Washington that captures the real power of what Boley represented. He said this about the people of Boley: "They have recovered something of the knack for trade that their foreparents in Africa were famous for." Think about that. Here was Washington witnessing black excellence and connecting it directly to African heritage. He understood that what Boley represented wasn't just a town. It was a reclamation. It was resistance. It was black people proving they could build something greater than what America said they deserved. The town even had its own newspaper, the Boley Progress, which circulated through the South, attracting even more settlers who dreamed of a different kind of life. But then came 1907, Oklahoma statehood, and with it, disenfranchisement. The grandfather clause stripped black voters of their rights. The economic pressures that plagued America hit Boley too. By the 1930s, the Great Depression devastated the town. The population began declining. The businesses started closing. Yet Boley survived. It endured. And it remains today, mostly black, still home to descendants of its founders, and host to one of the oldest African-American rodeos in the nation every Memorial Day weekend. A tradition since 1903. The town was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1975. But most Americans have never heard of it. Most history books skip over it. Most classrooms never mention the black town that proved what black people could build when given the freedom to govern themselves. Boley, Oklahoma represents something America doesn't like to acknowledge. That segregation, as brutal as it was, also created spaces where black people built empires, where they owned banks before most white Americans did, where they created colleges, hospitals, and businesses that employed hundreds of people. Boley proves that the problem was never black people's capacity. The problem was always America's refusal to let them exercise it. Today, you can visit Boley. You can walk its streets. You can see the remnants of something extraordinary. You can understand what black excellence looks like when given even the smallest window of opportunity. But here's what I need from you. If this story moved you, if you're sitting there thinking, "Why didn't I know about Boley?" comment below. Tell me, What surprised you most? That there were black banks? That there were colleges? That Booker T. Washington himself came there? Like this video. Share it with someone who needs to know that black towns like Boley existed, that black people built thriving communities despite an entire nation designed to stop them. Subscribe to Ike Mafuna History TV because these stories, the ones America tried to erase, are the most important ones to remember. Every week, we uncover what was buried. We tell what was forgotten. We honor what was nearly lost. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Keep Boley alive in the historical record. Keep it alive in your memory. Because a town that once housed 4,000 black Americans in self-governing prosperity deserves to be more than a footnote. It deserves to be remembered as what it was, a crown jewel.